Hey guys, Bappy here. Are you struggling to get something done? If you are, then maybe this video will help you. So today I'm going to talk to you about a special concept that I use to get things done. I call it the power of one. So there's actually a fantastic book around this subject. I think it's called The Rule of One. Are you struggling in your life to get a momentum happening in your life? Let's just say you want to work out, but you might have done once and haven't been able to do it anymore. Or you may want to do it and then you never really start, etc., or you end up procrastinating, you don't have enough motivation, etc., etc. So I want to share with you my personal process about how I hack the system to help myself stick to things. So this might be a little bit of a muse as well, so I might bring in zigzag into different ideas, but it's all around this concept of being able to get started and stick to something. So first of all, you have to get started by something. But the power of one is a concept where we say that just do one. Let's just say you want to do push-ups. You want to do 100 push-ups a day. So my philosophy there would be just do one push-up. Don't worry about it's actually a simple hack that tells your brain that I don't need to do it all. I just need to do one. And as long as I've done one, I'm done. I'm completed. I'm finished. I'm successful. Let's just say you want to go to the gym and you're struggling to go to the gym, or you just go a few days and you don't stay there because you're so busy. This philosophy, this idea actually works really well for busy people because you don't have a lot of time. And you might be a perfectionist and you want to do it really well. So instead of thinking about all that, you just say, I'm going to go to the gym for a short 1 minute. I know it sounds ridiculous, it sounds stupid, but nobody ever goes to the gym for just 1 minute. If you're there 1 minute, you're already successful. And then if you happen to stay longer, that's completely up to you, and that's okay. If you want to do push-ups, you want to do 100 push-ups and you're struggling to get started, just tell yourself, I'm going to do one push-up. Because getting into the position is hard. Generally speaking, most guys who does push-ups, they wouldn't just do one, being in that position. They would probably want to do 10 or 5 or 20, whatever, 40, whatever it may be that you can. So getting into that position is harder than actually doing the 10. Doing 10 is easy. You can do it. You know you can do it. But why can't I do it every single day? Well, that's because in your mind, you have the most ideal version. I want to do 100 every day. I want to do 10 every day. I want to go to the gym for an hour every day. That's why you can't do it. So there's a fantastic book on this topic called Mini Habits. And if you read, my gist of reading that book was, you never increase your total number. So if you just keep it very, very minimal. So if you want to do 10 push-ups a day, you always say my target is 1 and I'm going to keep it that. 10 is a bonus if I get to do it. So, I would say that for myself, I like to push myself. So I would always do 10 and then the 20 next day and 100 next time and 120 next time. This is how I did it. I actually did 100 for many, many days. So but it was never so consistent. But I found myself most consistent doing 20 push-ups because it's like the easiest for me and I don't really have to work really hard. It's super easy. And all I say is as soon as I get up, my feet hits the ground, I'll just do one push-up. If you can do one, you can do 10, you can do 20. So that's the idea. Let's just say you want to do learning. And you might think, oh, learning takes half an hour from my day, it's so busy, it's so hard, I don't have the time, whatnot. Just say to yourself, I'm going to listen to a book for 1 minute. My brother is currently trying something, and he's literally reading just one page every single day for 30 days in a row. So whatever it may be, this is the power of one, meaning doing the most minimal possible version. Because what we don't understand is that getting started is actually much harder than actually doing the thing. So you might say, all right, going to the gym, 1 hour of intense workout is really, really hard. But I would argue that actually having the mindset to get you everything ready and get in the car and put on the clothes and going to the gym, subscribing or whatnot, this whole process, this whole mental gymnastic, I would say is harder. What about work? Let's just say you struggle to start work. Let's say you need to start work at 8 a.m., but you're starting consistently at 10 or 12 or whatnot. Remote work, we do remote work, so it's very hard sometimes to actually start early. I would say just say, I'm going to start one day, just one day, I'm going to get up and start at 8 a.m. and just see how that breaks the cycle. Same goes with bad habits. If you have a really bad habit, just say I'm going to just not use Facebook for one day. If it's too hard, just say I'm going to not use Facebook for 1 hour. Or just say I'm going to just not use Facebook for 1 minute, 10 minutes, whatever. But if you can start a cycle, it can change your life dramatically. So whatever the challenge you have, if you want to reduce something or increase something, just do one. In fact, take an action right now. Some of you, might, if you love doing workout and haven't done a workout, I challenge you to pause this video and do a push-up right now and come back and listen to the rest. I used to coach some CEOs and founders, and oftentimes on the call on Zoom during COVID time, I would say, why don't you do a push-up right now? And if you're not fit enough, or if you're not used to doing push-ups, I'll say just lean against the wall and do a push-up just like this. I just done it one right now. That's how easy it is. Just do one. So easy. So whatever it is in your mind that you want to do, if you want to start saving and you've been thinking about saving for a long time or investing for a long time, just save $1. $1 right now. 1 taka, whatever it may be. Just do one. Just do it for one time. Because that will give you the momentum. So I hope I made this clear. All you need to do is just take one action. Just one. In fact, you can pause the video and take that action right now. And don't need to do the full thing. No need to do the 10 minutes. Just do 1 minute. Just do it right now. And that's it. Okay. If you have done it, or if you've decided to do it, that's amazing. Now I'm going to give you the next piece that will actually help you to stick to it no matter what. Well, first of all, if you make a goal that you make your goals so super easy that it's hard to miss. So I have a streak of something like 600 something days of workout. I didn't miss a day. That's because when I first started, the first 30 days, I said to myself I was going to do 1 minute of workout every day and no more. And I concocted like 2 or 3 moves, 2 or 3 workouts. I could do it really quickly, and it was not even taking me, it would not take me 60 seconds. It would take me like 40, 45 seconds. I'll just quickly do a couple of push-ups, a couple of things with my arms, and I think like a quick flow run. And that was like 40, 45 seconds, something like that. I did it for 30 days, and I used to feel really annoyed not being able to do more because I decided not to do more, even if I want to. But I would be annoyed not being able to do it more, and that kind of created a little bit of willpower inside of me. So when the month was over, I continued doing that, even more than that. And then I increased it to only 10 minutes, and then a half an hour, and that increased like that. But back then I did not know about the power of mini habits, so I didn't take my goals if I didn't hit certain numbers. But for you, my recommendation is as long as you did the mini version, you're done. So for the worst possible day, the day when you cannot do the workout, that 1 minute is your mental workout. You're training your brain never to forget that position. Because we forget, even if you have the best habit, if we don't do it for a few months, few days, a few weeks, we forget. So my recommendation is just do that 1 minute. Don't stop. If you like doing makeup, do it 1 minute every single day. If you have a business, just do 1 minute of writing for your business. If you like the journal, just do 1 minute. 1 minute. You can do anything for 1 minute. If you want to do breathing practice, just breathe for 1 minute. Meditation, just do it for 1 minute. Workout, going for a walk, anything you can do for 1 minute. Now, once you've mastered that 1 minute, maybe take a little bit of challenge. Say, I'm going to do it for 5 days, 10 days, whatever, 30 days, 21 days. That's going to be harder because you itch to do more. But in my case, I'll just tell you what worked for me. I pushed myself to not increase more than 1 minute for 30 days in a row, and that gave me a discipline. So there are a lot of meta disciplines that you need to master before you really get good at a long workout. Let's just say you need to do a 30-minute workout every single day. Now that's gonna be very hard because you don't have all the other disciplines practiced that comes beforehand. You also have to practice getting dressed on time, getting ready, getting up on time. You need to make sure your food is ready on time, before or after. You need to make sure your family is supportive. If you need to catch a transport or if you need to drive, you need to make sure that is arranged. So whatever it is that you need, it's different for different people, but you have frictions and you need to remove those frictions first. So doing that 1 minute forces you to fix everything else surrounding that particular thing and then it's easy for you to do that particular thing that you want to get really good at. Does that make sense? So I hope I have been able to convince you this simple thing, that just do 1 minute of whatever it is that you want to do, or just one step or 1 unit of what you want to do. Make the smallest, easiest thing. Now, if you can do that, now here's something that you can do to continue sticking to that. Repeat that 1 minute for 30 days. If you can repeat it for 30 days without a mistake, and while you're doing it, you may or may not increase that more than 1 minute. You might say, hey, if I'm doing 1 minute of push-ups, or 1 minute, 1 push-up every day, I will do more if I can. If I can't, I won't. And that's fine. Or you might say, I'm not going to increase more than 1, just to really hone into that one habit. However, I will fix everything else surrounding it. So for example, you might say, I'm going to fix the time, and I'm going to do it exactly the same time. I'll practice that. I'm going to practice what happens before that and after that. So you can create all of those things that you don't need to track that one thing, but you make that really, really tight. Now here's the thing. If you can make a habit of doing something very, very small, but you're doing it, it's so easy to increase or decrease. It's a marginal change. Your brain is already used to doing everything. You just have to increase the numbers or reps or whatever. Instead of 1, you do 10. Instead of 1, you do 20, 100, or whatever. Right? Instead of learning or watching for 1 minute, instead of reading for 1 minute, journaling for 1 minute, meditating for 1 minute, you do 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Doesn't matter. But mastering that 1 minute is one of the biggest things that you can do. So master that 1 minute. Now here's the thing. One of the biggest friction that you're going to have is forgetting. You will forget the next day you need to do it. Some interruption comes, something. So you need to have some kind of cue, this is something that James Clear talks about it in his book, Atomic Habit, that you have to have some kind of cue that reminds you have to do it. And in the tiny habit, the author says, make your cue something natural, something that you already do. So I would suggest this. Try and set yourself an alarm. Let's just say every morning, 7 a.m., you want to do a push-up. Put an alarm at 7 a.m. Or every day, you want to save $1. Well, put an alarm. Before 3 p.m., if I haven't already, as soon as the alarm goes on, I'll save. Here's one thing I used to do. I used to constantly forget having lunch on time. So I put myself on 2 alarms. One, 11:45, and one at 12 o'clock. So when the first one will go on, I will try to finish what I had, and then when the second one went on, I had a sharp deadline, and go and eat. You can, if you use the Apple phones, you can use the snooze button. You snooze, and it goes for 8 minutes. And if you didn't do it right away, you can say that I'll press 1 snooze, and then the second time I'll go. Some of you might not want to use the snooze button to make a habit. That's okay. Practice it your way. The idea is that you have a habit. Now here's something. Let's just say it's lunchtime and the alarm went on and you're in the airplane. What would you do? I would suggest you take one action, no matter what. Let's just say you're health conscious and you need to do weight management, and let's say 11:30 every morning you check your weight on the scale. But you happen to be on a bus or a train or a plane or whatever, or in a car, you couldn't do it. I would say you take one simple conscious action. So what I would do is I would stop everything and take a deep breath, because I'm not able to do that particular task, but I think about doing that task. You can always take an action, do a simple thing. I also track it on an app. So if you can't do anything, you just go to the app and say skip. Even that fact of doing something so simple, something that takes less than 10 seconds, will keep you in the habit, and over time will give you momentum. Darren Hardy wrote a book, I forgot the name of the book, but I remember what he said. One of the things that he said in the book is this idea of big mo. Momentum is the big mo. Once you get started, you get a momentum, it becomes easier. So keeping the momentum is way more important. Getting started is way more important, than the actual thing, because the actual thing is part of your process. So getting the process, getting the system in place, getting your mind trained so you do it once every day is what's harder. But actually doing the thing is easier. 1 minute of meditation, 10 push-ups, these are easy things. You can do it hundreds of times. But doing it every single day is what makes you a life athlete, meaning you're training yourself, you're training your life You're making yourself an athlete of something that you want to do, not an arbitrary sport that you don't have any connection to, but it's maybe your dream. If you want to become a dancer, do a 1 minute of dance practice. If you want to be a sports person, do a 1 minute of sports practice to get into the habit. Because a lot of times, things that we need to do or want to do, we don't want to do because it's uncomfortable. We're not used to it. Let's say cleaning your house is hard for you. So do 1 minute of cleaning. It's so easy. 1 minute, or just do one thing, one simple thing. The minimalist guys, what they do is they get rid of one thing in the house. Maybe a simple paper, simple pen, doesn't matter. The next day they do 2, next day they do 4. And like that, within 30 days, you clean up your entire house. So whatever it is that you're stuck with, my recommendation is, number 1, do a smallest possible unit that can be done in 30 seconds or 1 minute or 1 unit, and just do it every single day. And to help yourself with that, get the big mo. Set an alarm to do it every single day at the same time every day. If you want to push yourself, then don't do more than 1 minute. Just push yourself to say, I'm training myself the habit of starting. And once I've mastered that for 30 days, then I will increase the reps, the time, the hour, the effort to make it really, really good. That is the idea, guys. So right now, I have many of these habits. To give you some examples, so I work out every single day without a mistake. My partner, she takes shower every single day. That's like some people tend to miss if it's a cold day or if it's easy, but that's a habit. We never miss eating food, right? That's something we never miss. We eat every single day, other than those who you fast. You never miss sleeping. Go to sleep. You sleep every day. So if you can do that, then you and I have the potential in us to pick some stuff that gives us regular growth. So one of the things that I do every single day is learning. I love to learn, push my brain, learning and growing. And my entire team does it, my family does it. Everybody around me, I encourage this one thing, that learn every single day without a mistake. Because if you can learn, you can grow. Including this video, watching something like this or creating something like this helps you grow. So I believe that there is a big power if you can teach yourself or train yourself, do something once every single day, or like a small version of it. Just get started. Even this particular video itself, guys, I decided to make videos again, and I was inspired by my partner, and I was kind of uncomfortable, even though this comes very naturally. I don't need a prompt, I don't need a script or anything. I just go and talk, and I've got ideas, things that I've learned, I've consulted people, and I realized that I was just holding back. So I decided I would do one video. So she just said, do it now, and I just did it, and that was great. And this is the second one in the sequence. So I'm doing this one. So if I can do that one, if I can do this one, I guess I can make 100 more. And everything around it doesn't have to improve. I'm just standing on my veranda and just doing it. Maybe one day it'll be improved, maybe it wouldn't. But I have in the past improved platforms, products, teams, softwares and systems, even my own habits and routines, just by doing this, starting it for a short time and then increasing. Looks like the sun's coming down or something like this. But anyhow, guys, hope this helped. I'm going to stop it here. If you have any thoughts, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. What shall I make a video on next time? I'd love to know, and hopefully you'll come back with some more. Take care.